Hello, friends. Good afternoon. You're all welcome to today's live session. And we're going to talk about this topic called value bombs today. So please stay tuned in. And I'm sure the word value bombs rings a kind of bell in your mind where you start feeling that, oh my God, are we talking about some terrorism activities? What is this bomb element that we're talking about in sales? Right? So you're all welcome. Thank you very much for taking out your time to participate in today's live session. And so I'm just investing some time before all of you join in into the program. For those of you who have joined in for the first time today, I want to educate you that I do a live session every day at 1:30 p.m., which is streamed live on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So either of these social media handles, you can log on with the ID Sanjay for Sales, and you could follow me on various aspects of sales because I talk every day at 1:30 p.m. on sales. All right, so time for me to kick it off for today's program. I can see SP Singh there. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. You're welcome. So we're going to talk about how do you make use of value bomb in sales. And if you can see on the screen, for those of you who have a screen share there, what exactly is a value bomb? And for those of you who are just trying to understand that what exactly is a value bomb in sales, so there you can see on the screen what are we going to talk about today. We're going to talk about, do you get inquiries which do not respond? Now, I'm looking at certain pain areas of a salesperson. Okay, Mahesh Duff, you're welcome. So, some typical pain areas of a customer, of a salesperson. Some salespeople tell me that, sir, I have been following up with a client. He's very actively listening to me, but there is a point of time after which he stops responding to me. There's a point of time where he stops picking up my phone calls. How do I deal with such people? इतनी मोहब्बत करते हैं मुझसे, और एक समय आता है कि मुझसे बात करना, they don't even agree to talk to me. How do I respond to such people? Now, this is where value bomb gets into the picture as we talk more about it. So, friends, in today's presentation, we are going to talk about what exactly is a value bomb, when do you use a value bomb, how do you use a value bomb, and how can you correlate sales with value bombs. So, that's exactly what we're going to talk today. Now, let us first of all handle, do you get inquiries which stop responding? I mean, do you have inquiries with you which was responding quite all right and suddenly they have stopped responding? I'm sure आप सभी के पास ऐसे इंक्वायरीज हैं जो एक समय में बहुत अच्छी बातचीत कर रहे थे and now suddenly they have stopped responding to you. Now the question that you have to ask yourself is, have you in any way killed their curiosity? Because the customer will call you back only if there are some unanswered questions for the customer. So if there are no unanswered questions for the customer and you have explained everything to the customer, what have you done? You have killed his curiosity. Now, if you have killed his curiosity, the customer finds it irrelevant to talk to you again. वो बोलता है कि यार जब मुझे जरूरत पड़ेगी सेल्समैन को तो मैं बुला लूंगा, आ जाएगा वो दो मिलाते हुए. अभी के लिए तो जो उससे मुझे समझना था मैंने सब समझ लिया. So why should I invest further time with the person? Correct, है ना? I think the customer is right, isn't it? Now, the question is that, do you understand the statement that curiosity kills silence? If there is curiosity, there will be conversation. If there is no curiosity in a relationship, there will not be any conversation. Okay? I find Priyal Naithani and then I get bikinis on the beaches. Oh my God. Okay. Om Badyani, you're all welcome to today's program. Curiosity kills silence. There will be sales conversation between the buyer and seller if there is curiosity between the two of them. If there is no curiosity, there would not be any conversation. So you have to ask these questions to yourself. Did you generate more curiosity in your communication to the customer? Did you satisfy all the curiosity in your communication? Did your communication miss the curiosity of the person by a mile? Now, if you ask these three questions to yourself, and if you realize that, jo Totaram salesman, the moment he meets a sales customer, he blurts out everything that he knows. Normally, he has missed the curiosity of the customer by a mile. I'm talking about smart salespeople who understand what is the need and who understands how to talk to the customer. Now, these smart salesperson have to ask themselves that when I'm conversing with the customer, when I'm communicating with the customer, am I creating more curiosity in the minds of the customer? Or am I fulfilling the curiosity? Am I killing the curiosity? Right? And if your answer is, or your question is, how do I generate more curiosity? Because the customer keeps on asking me questions and I keep on replying to them. How the hell do I generate curiosity? Is a question which you can ask. Now, that is where we talk about a value bomb. Value bomb is a communication in marketing, which, when used by the salesperson, creates so much of value for the end user, creates so much of value for the prospect, that the value goes and literally explodes in his mind. It explodes in his mind and creates so much of value that the customer wants to talk to you. Customer feels like talking to you. Right? Interesting, isn't it? Now, this value bomb, how do you make it? How do you make it? Sounds interesting, but how do you make this value bomb? The first question to be answered is, what is the problem that you're solving for the customer? Because if you're not solving any problem for the customer, there's no point in you trying to sell a product, because selling is basically helping the customer solve this problem. So the first thing is, value bomb must address one glaring problem statement of the customer. Now, the value bomb should be able to exhibit the customer's glaring problem, which can be solved in a way that increases profitability of the customer. And it not only solves his problem profitably, but it solves his problem profitably and sustainably. तीन बातें हैं दोस्तों. नंबर 1, आपकी वैल्यू बॉम्ब में इस बात का जिक्र होना चाहिए कि आप अपने ग्राहक का कौन सा प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने वाले हैं. नंबर 2, इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करते समय what is the profitability that you are able to generate for the customer. Number 3, ये जो solution of the problem है and the financial profitability, क्या ये sustainable है, या जब माल बेचते हो तो 1 महीने के लिए प्रॉफिटेबल होगा, फिर अगले महीने से वापस अपने लाइन पे आ जाएगा. नो, इट हैज टू बी प्रॉफिटेबल एंड सस्टेनेबल. अब इन तीनों चीजों को हम एक कम्युनिकेशन में पिरोते हैं. उस कम्युनिकेशन का नाम है वैल्यू बॉम्ब. Now, let me take 1 or 2 examples for you so that you understand what exactly we are talking about. Now, let me take an example of, let's say we talk about an example of an architect providing his services. Now, if you can see on the screen, the first question that you need to ask is, what problem do I wish to solve for the customer? Now, the architect says that मैं डिजाइन बनाऊंगा, तो कस्टमर बोलते हैं यार डिजाइन तो कोई भी आर्किटेक्ट बना लेगा, आप मेरी कौन सी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने वाले हो? तो आर्किटेक्ट बोलता है मैं आपकी नीड को समझ के डिजाइन बनाऊंगा, कस्टमाइज डिजाइन बनाऊंगा. तो कस्टमर बोलता है ये तो सारे आर्किटेक्ट करते हैं, आप क्या खास करोगे? करेक्ट. तो यहाँ पे आर्किटेक्ट कस्टमर से बातचीत करके ही अंडरस्टैंड्स दैट व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम. Now, if he feels that the customer needs 4 bedrooms in his residential property and he doesn't have enough space for 4 bedrooms, the architect says, sir, आपको 4 bedroom की जरूरत है, लेकिन जगह आपकी 3 bedroom की है, लेकिन मैं अपनी स्पेस मैनेजमेंट से आपको 4 कमरा निकाल के दूंगा और सारे कमरे यूजेबल होंगे. Okay, so now the architect in this example has identified the problem which he is going to solve for the customer. Now, the first question that the customer gets is, अच्छा आप ये कर तो दोगे? but इसको करने में मुझे चूना कितना लगेगा? How much money will I pay to you? Now here the architect says that you are going to pay me per square feet. So whether I'm increasing the number of bedroom or not, it doesn't matter. Whatever square feet I'm able to take out, you are just going to pay for that. Okay. Now the third question which the customer asks is it something sustainable? क्या आप जो ये डिजाइन बनाएंगे और जो सिविल कॉन्ट्रैक्टर बना के देगा, क्या मैं इसको सस्टेन कर पाऊंगा? बिकॉज अभी तो मेरे दोनों बच्चे छोटे हैं, तो छोटे छोटे बेडरूम से काम चल जाएगा, बट अगले 5 साल में उनकी शादी होगी, उनके बच्चे होंगे, आई विल नीड मोर रूम्स. सो हाउ डू आई स्केल अप? So now you see the problem started with 4 bedroom, then it went on to profitability while making 4 bedroom, and then it further went down to sustainability over a period of time. Now, the architect who could envisage all these three questions and create a value bomb accordingly will get the order. And the architect who keeps on saying that, hey, I'm going to make a great design, hey, I'm going to give you a good design, is not going to get it. I hope you understand there. So, all those of you who have joined me in a live program, can I request you to put your name and email ID in the chat box and with a yes or no? So, if you have understood the concept of value bombs, whatever I've explained till now, just put a yes in the chat box so that I know that I have been able to communicate. And please help me with your email ID in the chat box so that we can stay connected and talk to each other further down the line. All right, so I'm looking forward to your email IDs and a yes or no in the chat box. So now that you have understood the concept of a value bomb, you have to understand that if you're a supplier of raw material, and I'm just taking an example, if you are an industrial supplier of raw material, then there are 3 value bombs that you can harp upon. The first value bomb is yield. So your raw material is going to increase the yield of production. Now, how much it is going to increase, how much waste will come out, what is the time taken, and what is the quality of production are some of the areas where you can harp around in your value bomb. So, first value bomb can be that of yield. The second value bomb can be that of consistency. Okay. So, once you use my raw material, what is the batch to batch consistency, lot to lot consistency, season to season, product to product consistency can be another value bomb. And the third value bomb could be how by using my raw material, your selling price can increase. So there was one client of mine who used to make master batches. And I'm just giving an example without taking the name of the company. So they used to make master batches. And these plastic master batches was a raw material for making injection molding chairs. Plastic chairs, you must have seen, Neil Kamal chairs and so on and so forth. So we were handling one particular order for this client where we said that if you use my master batches, the plastic chair that you will make, which is right now selling for 800 rupees per piece, will start selling at 1000 rupees per piece because of the increment in quality. So 200 rupees per chair is what you're going to earn more. That's a value bomb. Now, this client of theirs was making 5 lakh chairs per day. So 200 rupees into 5 lakh chairs was the incremental and sustainable profitability that we were able to prove. Now, that's a value bomb also. So, if you are a supplier of raw material in industries, yield could be one value bomb, consistency could be another value bomb, and increment in selling price of your customer by virtue of using your raw material could be another value bomb. Okay. Now, those of you who are trying to ask me, okay, I get a yes from Moshmi Chakravarti and Mohit Raj. Thank you so much, guys. It seems that you don't want to share your email ID with me. No problem. But if you do, then we can stay connected. Thank you so much. So, moving forward, you might be asking this question to me that how many value bombs do we need to prepare? Now, if you look at this flow chart on the screen, you will see that there is a need for 7 value bombs to be prepared. I mean, I just want you to understand that there, typically it is said that salespeople stop following up with a customer after 3 trials. Okay. Now, 83% salespeople stop following up with their customer after 3 trials, and 78% of customers start considering a new salesperson seriously only fourth trial onwards. देखिए बहुत मजे की बात है, एक टिपिकल सेल्समैन 3 बार से ज्यादा फॉलो अप करता ही नहीं, और एक टिपिकल आगंतुक कस्टमर, एक नया कस्टमर, जब तक सेल्समैन 4 बार फॉलो अप नहीं करता वो उसको सीरियसली लेता ही नहीं. Right, very interesting, isn't it? Now, what we need to understand here is that every time the salesperson goes for a follow up, either he becomes a beggar, या तो वो एक भिखारी की तरह, सर ऑर्डर का क्या हुआ, सर ऑर्डर कब देने वाले हो, सर ऑर्डर के बारे में बताओ, सर मैं फॉलो अप करने आया हूँ. या तो वो एक भिखारी की तरह पेश आता है, या वो एक वैल्यू बॉम्ब यूज करता है. राइट, तो मैं हमेशा बोलता हूं कि एवरी सेल्स पर्सन शुड हैव 7 वैल्यू बॉम्ब्स, एंड आई स्ट्रांगली एडवोकेट दैट यू मस्ट मेक एटलीस्ट 7 follow-ups फॉर एवरी न्यू क्लाइंट ऑफ योर्स. Don't give up. At least make 7 follow-ups, and still don't give up. Give it a gap of 6 months and once again start following up. 7 is the magical figure which has been researched in direct selling. Do not give up follow-up until you make 7 trials. That's rule number 1. And rule number 2 is every time you go for a follow-up, don't go like a beggar. Go for the follow-up with a value bomb. Don't go and say, sir, order ka kya hua? Go and say that, sir, we have got a new insight into this product and I wanted to share it with you. So share the yield value bomb, share the consistency value bomb, share the selling price value bomb, and so many other value bombs that can be created. Interesting, isn't it? If you do these 7 value bombs, and for every follow-up, if you follow up with 7 value bombs, I'm sure you will get very good closures. So if you can see there that every value bomb must be supported by a call to action, because if you do not have a CTA, if you do not have a call to action, then your value bomb can fail. You know, it's like bomb फूटा ही नहीं. तो बॉम्ब फूटने के लिए देर इज अ रिक्वायर्ड. ओके, महेश डाव से 2 follow-up के बीच में कितना टाइम गैप होना चाहिए? ओके महेश, thank you very much for your question, but between 2 follow-ups the time depends on the kind of product that you're dealing, on the industry that you are into, and the closing cycle that you have. Normally if you have a product which has a closing cycle of a quarter, that is 3 months में अगर closing होती है, so time gap between 2 follow-ups should not be more than 15 days. Yeah, Mahesh, I hope you've got the answer. So please say a yes on the chat box. So coming back to my message, every value bomb must be followed by a call to action. The call to action must trigger urgency in the buyer, must trigger relevance, and must be sizable. Those are the 3 criteria of the call to action that I request for every value bomb. And if you can see on the screen there, how do you choose your CTA? You can see that for value bombs, in that example of yield, consistency, and selling price, I have created a CTA which can be self-explanatory. You could understand that how do you really take these CTAs forward. Typically in the market, there are some standard CTAs. So online mode pay, you have webinars, curated videos, blogs, testimonials as CTAs. Knowledge may, you have ebooks, newsletter, white papers, case studies as CTAs. You can have service related free audit, free sample, free survey, free troubleshooting as CTAs. So there are n number of CTAs which you can make use of with every value bomb. And there I am showing you on the screen that salespersons who enter into arguments with their customer, positive arguments, not negative arguments, are able to close cases up to 24%. But sales managers who make use of value bomb are able to close up to 77%. So even statistics proves that if you are suitably armed with value bombs, you can increase your closure ratio to as high as 77%. Okay. So towards the end of this program, I'm making a special offer to all of you. If you have understood the concept of value bomb, and if you feel that you do not have a value bomb in your business till now, please curate 3 value bombs and mail them to me. I will free of charge help you curate those value bombs for yourself. I repeat, all those of you in my session today who have understood the meaning of value bomb, और अगर आपको लगता है कि आपके बिजनेस में आपके पास वैल्यू बॉम्ब नहीं है या है, तो आप कोई भी 3 वैल्यू बॉम्ब मेरे साथ ईमेल में शेयर कीजिए और मैं आपको मदद करूंगा उन वैल्यू बॉम्ब को वैलिडेट करने के लिए, उसमें उसकी सीटीए को सुधारने के लिए या उसकी भाषा को सुधारने के लिए, ताकि उस वैल्यू बॉम्ब का इस्तेमाल करके यू कैन इंक्रीज योर बिजनेस. Hello friends, this is Sanjay Singh, your sales coach. Time for me to say goodbye to all of you. If you have understood this whole concept of value bombs, and if you are ready to make use of them in your business, I would feel great. I'm on a very special mission of empowering 1 million salespersons with the science of selling. So please help me connect to more salespeople around you. Till I come with another new topic on sales tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Take good care of yourself and feel proud of the fact that you made sales as your career. Bye-bye.